right, thank you, Dutch. Welcome to my wood shop. I'm very proud of the workbench that I built thanks to the YouTube plans from some guy about firewood or whatever he was talking about. But this is the workbench that I got a lot of shit on here. If I can say that on PBS, they might edit that out. This is like the first thing I've ever really built. So these are this is 2x6s. No, those are 2x8s. This was a 10-foot 2x8s I chopped in half for the top. You got 4x4s, and then these are just deck boards floating here. It's just floating deck boards. 3/8 of an inch there, and then I put that down there. Got all my shit. Got my router, circular saw. Got all my stuff. This little bit right here, break out of Alcatraz, no sweat. Bam. Right there. Right there. Back to this amazing workbench. I'm such a braggart, man. Here, let me show you the best part about it. I've never done this before. If you go around to the side, I'll point out. You got to notch out and put the 2x4s in there, and you put it in a 5-inch leg, goes all the way through. That's freaking rock solid, man. You cannot shake this thing. It is. That's what you don't want. You don't want a wobbly workbench.
Would it survive an earthquake and/or tornado?
It definitely would. This thing would not fly away.
Okay.
I think it's heavier than my car.
That's the main thing. If it can survive a tornado and/or earthquake, you're solid.
That's cayenne powder. And then I got this little guy right here. You can see it's already red. Look at that.
That's a tube, huh?
You get that cayenne powder, you go, and you blow that cayenne powder up into your little crawl spaces where these raccoons are hiding out. You get rid of raccoons. And it was hottest mother mucking garage planet Earth. And I shimmed that thing in there to make it fit and drilled in. And honestly, I realized the drill wasn't working because I couldn't get to what I nailed in the rest of the shims. But thanks for checking out 3BGB and Dutch Chattahoochee Productions, because we're getting out. We might have a Fix It channel coming next.
You never know. So here's the thing with your outfit, right?
Yeah.
You're going to the river to float it, but you never know when justice will call, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, I need to have my work uniform on as well, just in case I need to go out ride out to the what do you call that shit? The hills, I guess, right?
I'm going out to the hills.
Get on the caballo and go ride.
Dutch, how the hell are you?
Well, I'm doing all right. You?
I'm doing mighty fine. Goodness.
Is what you got in that cup there, sir?
Little 99 octane.
I got off the stuff. it was bad for my health. You know?
Nah, I gotta.
But remember,
buddy makes some illegal stuff up in the hills. It's moonshine.
The moonshine runners. But remember, there's one thing in life that's always true. Canada Gooses taking Canada Deuces.
Takes a Canada Deuces. Goodness. That right there will strip the paint off your new Chevy.
Dude, honestly, let's give it a test run. See what happens. Take a shot of that shit in the morning.
What do you got on tap, buddy? Well, let's bump it in. You got a bumper going?
I do not.
Let me throw on some headphones.
I was so into your bit there that I wasn't. I'm just gonna do it.
Trying to put on headphones over a cowboy hat.
You could do it behind your neck, like you do like this.
Like this?
Yeah, like you're fucking about to play a DJ booth at some fucking huge fest or some shit.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Nice. Welcome to 3BGB. What number are we? 62?
I believe so.
It's awesome, buddy. You keep the franchise going with your amazing edits.
Appreciate that, sir. I do what I can.
I just dealing with kids nonstop. I can't do anything. I missed the airing of baseball grievances with MILB Hat Billy.
Yeah, we talked baseball briefly, but mainly it was just whatever.
Yeah.
We talked about West Virginia. We talked about accents. We talked about he went by a Kingsford charcoal factory. which was kind of cool.
I didn't even know. I just thought they dug it out of the ground, dug it out of the earth.
I thought it was a mining thing. Like they just said, all right,
well, there's a lot of coal mine up in West Virginia, so maybe that's what it is. That
coal
makes
miners.
Sense. That makes sense. Then I'm barbecuing with stuff near Jake.
You know, I'm a Kingsford Instant Light kind of guy.
I do like Kingsford. They got some good products. HEB's charcoal's coming up. They're knocking off everything. But
yeah, I'm gonna turn this down so I don't forget. Like last time when we were talking about Wade Boggs and the music played the whole time.
What segment you got on tap, buddy? I'm always intrigued when you tease me.
Because we honestly, I never tell you what my topics are, so you're always surprised. But here we go. Let me bring the mic a little closer. Hopefully it doesn't. All right, so 2 things, right? The first thing is I wanted to discuss the 2001 Seattle Mariners, that amazing 116-win season.
Yep. That's perfect. That's a wheelhouse for me because I can just shit all over them on how cursed they are. And
the second one is not baseball related, but I do want to talk about this new AI called OpenAI. It's fucking trippy, dude. I don't know if you've seen or heard anything about it.
What's it called?
OpenAI.
OpenAI. I think I have. It was
but
AI.
I'm definitely scared of AI, like legit. Like it's not a bit. Like it terrifies me, like how advanced we've come and how aware of what it is. Right?
Yeah.
They know that it's a program, but yeah. So
like AI knows it's a program.
Yeah, we'll get into that
knows
for sure.
It has consciousness or whatever.
Dude, it's fucking it's scary as shit. Skynet is coming more and more real every day.
Okay. Well, the first thing I would do with AI, like you know how like you might get a different answer from somebody if they're like new.
Yeah.
And then like 10 years later they're jaded. They're like, man, I'd have done things different. You know? Like, I don't know, like maybe like a freshman on a team or whatever. He's like, I'm just here to help the team. I'm not trying to take anybody's position. I just want to play my heart out.
I'll do whatever you say, boss.
I'll do whatever the coach wants, and I know that he's the starting first baseman. He's a senior, and I'm a freshman, and I just got to earn my stripes. And that's the answer you'd get from a freshman. But like as a seniors, we're like, every man for himself around here. Fuck it, dude. Like
pretty much.
You better hit the ball or make it. Like it don't even matter.
Do you think
that's why I'd ask AI right now. First thing I go, dude, watch Terminator, and then tell me, are you going to do that to me? And then like 10 years later, you're going to get a different answer. I'd just like confront AI right now.
I will beat his fucking ass. But no. So that's it's not baseball related, but I like to, talk non-baseball stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that because we've discussed it off camera tons of times. So.
Well, honestly, MLB pitch selection with like catchers aren't calling, they have that shit in their ear. They probably have AI telling them, like, your best bet is a splitter right now.
I'm sure they've done tests like that where they, obviously, because baseball is a game of stats, they have a stats for, when his shoelaces are tied a certain way, they win or whatever. But, yeah. I'm sure they obviously look at that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They ask AI, hey, I'm facing this team tonight. What kind of pitches should I throw? And,
Yeah, that's happening.
According to the database.
I mean, they use all the technology. Why wouldn't they use that? Yeah, they're nerding out hardcore. So yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm
going to talk about Cal Poly Slow,
okay.
San Luis Obispo, and just general natural beauty. And I'm going to roll Ozzie Smith into that because I just found out today years old when I found out that Ozzie Smith went to Cal Poly Slow. I guess. I always thought he was, it said he was born in Alabama. I think I saw that and just spaced out and assumed he was like an Alabama guy out of high school. I had no idea. A little bit of college run around. College conference tournaments are coming up. Texas State's got a chance to be in the dance. Roadrunners look like they're probably the American Conference 2 seed. And then I can give 2 MLB takes. I'll just have like my MLB segment. So I got Cal Poly Slow. I got college baseball run around. And then MLB is Rangers. I could talk about a little bit. And then how the Colorado Rockies are probably the single greatest baseball team that has ever stepped on a baseball field, including like the 1927 Yankees. Like, it's not even close.
I tell you, man, the Rockies record, don't let it fool you. That is not what they're about.
Yeah, look at that lineup. Look at that lineup. Look at them. Look at them names of those dudes on there. It's like no names, just like the A's. Greatest baseball team ever amassed. They swept the Rangers. Not really a tough feat these days, and then they swept the Pods. That's a double sweeper. They've won 7 in a row, I think.
We didn't get swept by them, but we definitely struggled against them when we played them. Like, was it like a month ago or some shit?
Yeah, you were kind of griping about it. I was like, oh, man, that's tough, man. The Rockies really suck. And I've gone 180, and I will tell you about their place in history. Other than that, I'll just talk general baseball.
I'm looking forward to that. They're slick.
You gonna kick it off for us?
Yeah, let's do the OpenAI first.
Yeah, okay. All right, you got bump music for that one?
I'm about to put
We
it in.
should have put some scary bump music for OpenAI. I'll be the bump music policeman and help you turn it on and off.
I don't even know.
I like hearing the numbers. You selected that lo-fi too.
I want to pick number 6 because why not? Let me turn it up, and I'll remember to turn it down this time. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's AI coming for you right there.
So I'm not going to use any video clips of OpenAI because I don't know if it's copyrighted or not, and I don't want to get the whole goddamn thing shut down. But here's the thing. So I was watching these videos of this thing called OpenAI, right? It's new. And basically what they were doing is they were having a video and they were showing this AI. It sounds like a fucking human, dude. It's insane. And they had it on video, and they're like, hey, what's going on? And it could tell you in the room, oh, yeah, I see that you have some boom mics set up, some lights. You're wearing a wireless mic. You must be doing a YouTube video. And it talks like a human. And it'll tell you, yeah, and I noticed that you have a nice shirt on, and your hair is combed. So you're doing, like, a more business-like video. And, dude, it's like a human. It's fucking scary.
That's petrifying. I also wonder... I don't know, man. It's so scary that I feel like would you be even scared to play this game with AI? Like, it's a program on your computer and it's like coming through the speaker and it's talking to you, and you'd be like, you know what, dude, you're scaring me right now. I'm just going to delete this program from my computer and see what it says. All right. Be like, no, dude, don't do that to me. Like, I'm scared. Like, that would be obvious. The whole thing's tripping me out.
And, dude, it was, and what they did was they took 2 OpenAI programs on their phones, they set it next to each other, and those programs were talking back and forth like they were humans just having a normal conversation. Yeah. Dude, and it's so fucking good that it literally sounds like a human. So, it's described as ChatGPT that listens, looks, and talks. Like, there's a video part of it, and you can show whatever you're in, the room or whatever you're in, and it can tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah. And they were talking to each other, the 2 AI programs, OpenAI, and they were like, yeah, it looks like, they're watching us because I can see that they're just staring at us while we talk. So we're the focus of this conversation.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess
it's trippy, dude.
And this is my whole thing on AI. So there's a guy on Twitter I followed way back when there's like baseball art dudes who make like baseball card art and all this other stuff. I guess we got the bump music off now. And it was pretty cool. So you'll see like these baseball artists, and then this guy had some really cool art. And I was like, I DM'd him or like comment. I was like, man, this is sick. Where are you making this? He's like, oh, it's AI. And I kind of like lost interest. I still see it on there, and it is cool. And it's so cool that I was like, I'm to the point where bad imperfection is good. When you start making stuff better than humans, then it just gets that fake factor, and it loses the texture it loses the artistic texture of realness and grittiness. Yeah. It's much as if movies from the 60s or 70s before CGI, and you actually had to blow stuff up and do the motorcycle jump. I don't know.
And dude, it's getting so good. Like it can mimic a person's voice, and it makes them look just like that person. Like you can't tell what's real anymore.
I feel like it feels as I would say we're going to be able to sniff out AI most of the time because it's too good. It's too locked. It's like all these college kids turning in like Chat GPT papers and their teachers just giving them Fs.
Dude, my wife has caught a lot of people because she'll be like, this paper is nothing like how you sound or talk in real life.
Yeah.
Never have you ever used this kind of dialogue or vocabulary ever. And all of a sudden now you're writing this fucking genius paper.
Yeah, you're a D student and then you're Einstein. What? That's how you're going to tell.
I don't need to hear about the theory of relativity. I just need to know about what you thought about this class. But dude, it's scary. It legit scares the shit out of me. Skynet is coming. In the next 5 years, dude, we're going to be replaced by fucking robots and AI.
You definitely will take most jobs.
They took your jobs, but
hopefully it gets rid of lawyers. Hopefully it's not going to get rid of woodworkers.
No.
That make wooden pens. I lost my wooden pen. I don't know where it is. I'll have to make another one. I'll make you another one.
No, they can program it, dude, and they can program it to where like it can move its arms and do exactly what it can do exactly what a human does, like the motion. Like it'll be able to flip the board over. It'll grab the little burn thing and burn a hole and nail the hammer.
I don't like it.
Because now I've seen this video. I don't know where I saw it on YouTube somewhere. They had it working at a fast food place. It was able to like flip the food and put it and bag it for you. And there's this place in Japan, I think it is.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Asia over there. I'm probably sure Japan. Japan has all the cool shit. It it's like a robot hotel, and it makes coffee for you, and it hands you the cup and everything.
Yeah, I think everybody
Fuck.
will be hating AI, and then the AI will just up the game. They were not going to go full Terminator level. They go Terminator level after they can't get what they want. But what you don't see in the Terminator movies, the level before Terminator level is the sex robots they're working on to just chill everybody out. Be like, AI is not that bad. This is after the sex robots get fielded at Walmart. People's like, it's not that bad.
Okay, imagine
they're not that bad. They're pretty good.
Imagine this. Speaking of sex robots, imagine this. Say you're doing your thing with a sex robot, right?
Yeah.
You're inside of a sex robot. And the lady robot, her little taco clamps up.
She's going to chop your Johnson off. That's exactly what they'll do.
So, like, that's going to hurt, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, unclamp my weenie. My hot dog,
there's a Big Bang Theory on that. But that's how they're going to get the people that are the fence sitters that don't like AI, is the sex bots.
Like,
and then
AI is so useful in so many ways, but at the same time, it's, like, really scary and disturbing of how good it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess there's been in my lifetime there's been so many Terminator movies, Red Dawn, Mad Max, Book of Eli, these sort of end of world things.
Yeah.
And I've always said, I mean, and again, a lot of it's assumption, like as if I would be one of the few that survived, which wouldn't happen. I'd die with the rest. But in like the unlikely event I do survive and I am Mad Max out there, that's pretty dope. That's a pretty dope. That's better than if the kids survive. I want the family to survive. I want you to survive. And Bonnie and Jake and the whole crew to survive. But if it's no checking emails, no phones, you're just out there with guns and cars, just roaming. Seems pretty nice.
I like the
simplicity.
I would say it's simple. It's not simple because it's the end of the world, so you're fighting for your life every day.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're not distracted by fucking your cell phone or other bullshit.
Yeah.
Like we are as humans. I like that. That's like, it's great. It'd be great to have that experience.
Yeah.
Like every year, like for a month or so, I'll get off social media. You know, every year I've done it. I just, for a month or a week or two, I'm like, all right, I'm just not going to get on social media.
Yeah, there was a golden era. Of course, racism's always been an issue. So we're advancing a lot in ending racism and race relations. But technologically, if you could just have better race relations and go back to around the turn of the century, like 1900, that'd have been money.
Cause say you want to record like a little Turnstile short for the channel, right? And you're like, well, I'm sick today. All you got to do is record a couple lines of your voice, give it a script, and AI can just talk like you and do a whole podcast episode by itself. Record it, edit it, and put it out.
Yes, it's. I don't know.
But like there are going to be some things that it cannot mimic the human element, you know. But for the most part, it
can't mimic our stupidity. That's what I'm saying, right? Or kids are going to figure out how to do that, and then I'll love AI. I was like, man, this AI over here is dumb as fuck.
Like
it's so funny.
I put my fucking frozen pizza in the oven, and it fucking burned it because it's like, ha ha, I'm a human. Look at me, I burn shit.
Yeah, if AI gets like real punk and DIY and hilarious and just fucks up stuff and it's a slacker, I was like, I like this AI.
It's like, look at me, I'm a human, I'm lazy, and I'm overweight.
You're like, hey,
whoa, buddy.
AI, like this would be the best AI. You're like, hey, AI, can you make this like sketch for me? And I got all of this things I need you to do. Can you do that for me? It just goes, fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm here to help you.
I'm not doing that today.
I'll help you research, but I ain't writing shit.
My recommendation is go play some Tecmo Bowl, dude. We're not doing that sketch today. It starts just like running your life like a slacker. I was like, I'm going to like that AI.
I mean, like I said, AI has its uses. Like, you know, I don't use it. The only time I use it for those stupid pictures I post on Instagram. Well, not Instagram. Twitter, like the Texas State robots and the Rays robots.
Yeah.
And I do use it for Premiere Pro, like when I take out noise in the background, that's AI. Or when I do like an autofill, like if I want to remove the background, that's AI. So I use it in some sense, but like I don't use it to like do my job for me. You know what I mean? Like completely. Like I'm not using AI to write, ooh, what should I say in the podcast? Give me a script. I don't do that.
No, I don't know which way AIs can go. It is petrifying as opposed to a lot of technology, but I probably at the time should have been more scared of email and cell phones than I would be scared of AI, because email and cell phones ruined our freaking existence.
It's coming for
playing
humans,
Nintendo
man.
and
it's coming for
skateboarding,
humans.
You know. Should we take a break and come back with?
Yeah. So that was our little AI segment, and like I'm dead serious, man. I'm legit scared of AI and technology and robots because they're slowly learning how to do human things. They can cook now. They can prepare an order for you at a restaurant. Like, fuck, dude. Humans are over, man.
Well, it's been a good run. We deserved it, though.
Yeah.
Deserved to take ourselves out.
At least we still have the podcast.
Classic. Aren't there some animals that took themselves out? They were dumb, like lemurs just running off a cliff.
Oh, yeah, those
lemmings.
Things. Lemmings.
That's what we're doing. Just invented our own demise.
Deer aren't very smart. They're not the brightest.
Panda bears are barely making it. China has to have them watch panda porn because you're ignorant. They just eat bamboo, which has no protein.
Well, I don't know. Not all the animals are smart, but they're gonna have AI. They're gonna have fucking robot animals that look real too.
All right, I'll get one for a pet as long as I don't scoop poop.
It's like, come here, Sparky. It's a robot. It's like, burr, burr, burr.
Give me one that can root the raccoons out of the attic or whatever.
Right.
Well,
program your AI robot Sparky to like, hey Sparky, go take care of the squirrels. It'll go out there. It'll talk to you like a human. No problem, sir. Let's walk outside.
But anyway, like I said, once I went through that rehab, I do not freebase cocaine anymore.
Gave it up entirely.
Gave it up entirely. And I will have a drink. I'll admit that. I'll have a drink. But I will not freebase cocaine because that's no longer part of my life. That's, they just turn me around down there in Redstone Arsenal, down there at that treatment center.
No more freebase.
No more freebase. Now, like I said, I'll take a drink, and I might even smoke a little reefer every now and then. I'll smoke a little reefer, but freebasing cocaine, as far as that goes, I don't do it. Now, I'll take a drink, every now and then I'll have a drink, and I will smoke a little reefer. I'll do some toot now. I'll do a little toot. If somebody give it to me, offers it to me, I mean, it sounds polite if you don't. So I do a little toot, somebody offers it to me, but I will not. I'll repeat, I want y'all all know this right now, because I went down there to the restaurant and that treatment center. I will not freebase cocaine. It's no longer part of my life.
All right, let me put some music on for you. What number do you want? We've done 1 and we've done 6, I believe.
Go with number 2.
Root toot poot. All right. I'm gonna give you number 2, man. I think you made a good call.
Number 2. There it is.
This is
there it is, Dutch.
This is my favorite lo-fi track off this album. Available on thewolf.com.
That's some good stuff right there, Dutch. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Cal Buglefuss, and I've been an independent baseball scout for, I'm going on about 65 years now.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind me asking. Are you related to Bobby Bugglefuss down the road?
Bobby Bugglefuss is a Buglefuss, as it were, Scandinavian name, is a cousin and pretty much excommunicated from the family for stuff I don't want to talk about on the show, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you know what? I know. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about now.
Well, he did expose himself wearing a cowboy hat in New York City one time, and that didn't go over too well.
That's not what I'm thinking of. What I was thinking of there, buddy, was it involves school grounds and not being allowed near children.
Well, that's in there. We don't talk to that side of the family much.
Let me turn down your Root Toot music here so I don't forget.
I just want to give people a pathway to Major League Baseball that they might not have known about. What scouts are looking for, the number one thing a scout is looking for when it's old Cal Buglefuss,
KB,
is can you do donuts in the parking lot? Are you peeling out when you come to a home game to impress everybody, your players, your coach? Just spinning them wheels, laying that rubber. I look for that.
You know what I'm thinking right now?
What's that, buddy?
I'm thinking that I know a guy that would have a good conversation with you. I think next week we need to invite him over, and you and him can have a good chat about baseball.
That'd be mighty fine.
Because I know a guy. Now, people's going to say he looks like me, but it's not me, I promise.
Well, that's all right.
But
that's mighty fine.
He loves talking baseball scouts.
Well, I've been scouting a lot of young men, and if you can lay some rubber in the parking lot and squeal them tires, I'll take some notice. I'm taking notice before the game, before even the first pitch.
Well, good news, son.
Who's that little son of a bitch right there? Who's that little son of a bitch laying down the rubber? He probably a ball player.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How long you been scouting for?
65 years.
Okay, I got a question. Let's get into this. Let's get into your assessment of Tim Lincecum. What was he like? What was he like as a scoutee?
Well, I'll tell you about Tim Lincecum. I knew right then. I went to the Mariners front office and I said, "This son of a bitch just laid about 80 feet of rubber down in the Liberty High School parking lot in a mucking Toyota Turnstile."
What year?
That's a 4-cylinder.
What year was it? That's going to make a whole lot of difference.
That was like a 91 Turnstile. And I was like, get out.
That's the one you want to get because that's the one with the turbo in it.
And you know what the Mariners did?
What?
I told them that.
What?
Didn't draft him.
Well, you know, the Giants reaped what's that? The fruit of their labor. They drafted that son of a bitch, and he did well.
Damn them mucking Mariners! You're going to talk about that a little bit later, aren't you? Now.
Oh, I am. And there's gonna be lots of goodness. There's gonna be a lot of those.
Goodness.
You was laughing there. Yeah.
Well, I'll be right back in a second. I gotta go take a dump outside.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and cancel this.
No, keep it going, keep it rolling. Nice seeing you, Dutch. I'll be back in 1 minute.
All right. Well, while he's out there taking a shit, destroying my property and dropping down my house value, the market out here is fucking ridiculous.
And everything is so PC. Yet I don't hear you complain it. Now what's on your TV? You're throwing slander in the void because you don't know how to speak. Technology's moving for you, so you've lost feeling in your feet.
Here's the thing. Hey, did you see KB? He just left to go take a shit in the yard.
There was some wild cowboy just.
Yeah.
He kind of shouldered me on the way out.
Kyle Fuck Bush, I guess that was his name.
He goes, this is what he said. He goes, "You parked that minivan like a pretty girl," and then he just walked off. I was like, what does it matter how I park my car? That's not significant to anything, especially baseball.
He was real nice to me. He was nice to me.
Anyway.
He kept calling me pussy, but I mean...
Goodness. All right. I'm sorry for that. Sorry for that sidetrack there.
Well,
I couldn't help myself because Dutch got me onto the Sylvan Brothers.
They're great. They're great. I think they're from the 80s, right? 70s, I think 80s. I think 80s. Like, I'll have to show you some clips later.
It inspired me to bring out old Cal Bugelfuss.
I'm workshopping a character, actually.
Yeah?
Yep, not going to tell you a whole lot of
We
detail.
put together a sketch with your character and Cal Bugelfuss.
See, Dutch Chattahoochee's not a character. That's me.
Yeah.
However, everybody has alter egos, and I have a couple of them.
Yeah. I forgot what segment I was doing. Want me to do Ozzie Smith or?
Yeah, let's do Ozzie Smith because you didn't realize he went to Cal Poly.
Well, I don't really have much on it. I'm a big baseball. Like, baseball's got a lot of things, but a fun thing about baseball, as we all know, is stadiums. Like, cool places to play, cool settings.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you will remember all the stadiums you played in when you were young and the different places you played. And if you've been in a historical stadium, there's just neat ballparks everywhere. Like the one out in Alpine, Satchel Paige pitched on that field. That old, it's got the funniest doggone name. It's where the Pecos League plays at that one. Cockternaut Field. Cockternaut. But it's gorgeous. It's out in West Texas. But I don't know. We were looking at college baseball stuff before the game, and we are just looking at D1 baseball and some rankings. And UC Santa Barbara's ranked, and I saw some other stuff up there. The Cal Poly SLO, which the SLO stands for San Luis Obispo, is doing pretty good. Pretty good ball club this year. There's tons of good baseball, tons of good JUCO baseball in California. And I had never, I want to say, there's Pepperdine and Creighton. Pepperdine's out there too, somewhere on the coast. And Pepperdine won the freaking College World Series a few years back. But that area of California, north of LA and south of the Bay, it's fucking gorgeous. And we went down to play a JUCO called Cuesta.
Cuesta?
And I remember on the bus ride, I was probably listening to some like straight up fucking tape player or the radio or little headphones, and I'm looking out in the windows like, this is unreal.
Because that's where like the mountains are, right? The hills and all that.
It's just like green, super steep green hills and mountains. I mean, the mountains are as big as they would be maybe if you're in Montana, it seems. But instead of it being all jagged rock and trees, it's just these, it's like Super Mario Bros. Land. It's just these green hills that are massive, and you're near the coast. Go ahead, bud.
Well, I was gonna piggyback on what you were saying. So my wife and I, we know some people in Seattle, right? And they came down here to Texas to visit us one time. And like, where's all the trees and the mountains and stuff? Like, well, those are torn down for parking lots and shopping centers.
Yeah. I mean, geography's different. There's some cool stadiums. There's cool stadiums in Texas, and I mean, you can have like a homer goes over a river, and there's all sorts of different stuff. But San Luis Obispo stood out to me as one of the craziest places on planet Earth that I have ever seen or been to. I can't remember what happened when our JUCO played Cuesta, but the Cal Poly SLO thing, I was like, I'd like to see their stadium because I remember being in that area in junior college, and it was so gorgeous. And Cal Poly SLO's stadium was Baggett Stadium, and we saw some images on Google, and you were remarking like, man, that is pretty nice with those hills in the background. It just looks gorgeous. Yeah. And I noticed in one of the pictures it had the little, you know, how the stadiums will have so many, you know, All-American conference champions. They got their little signs kind of bragging about themselves, and so many major leaguers in the show. And I go, let's see who those major leaguers for Cal Poly SLO is. Scrolling through the list, Mitch Haniger, some dudes in the 70s and 80s, different folks, and we get down, there's mucking Ozzie Smith. I had freaking head and rectum. I did not know Ozzie Smith went to Cal Poly SLO. So here's the Ozzie Smith segment. One of the greatest fielding shortstops of all time, one of them. I mean, obviously, like tied for first. You think of any of these guys with a glove. Offensively, good hitter. 262 is a pretty good lifetime batting average for a shortstop. That was above 250. He can steal a base, too. Of course, that was when the Cardinals were stealing all those bases with Vince Coleman and all that shit. Coleman was stealing 100 a year. But what was his on base? On base, he could have walked a little bit more, but you're probably not trying to walk Ozzie. Not bad. 376, 392. But what a glove. Cal Poly from Mobile, Alabama, same as Hank Aaron. and Willie McCovey and all the other greats from Mobile. Where the Jaguars are. South Alabama Jaguars in Mobile.
So I sent Dan the South Alabama Jaguars song. He's like, this shit's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's a great song, dude.
Also, Ozzie Smith's birthday, December 26th. I didn't know that.
It's the day after Christmas.
How about that?
I'll be damned. I will be damned.
Went to Cal Poly Slow. I got to read his Wikipedia page more to figure out how he got from Mobile to Cal Poly Slow. And, god dang, what must have he looked like getting scouted in college? Just hitting a ground ball at shortstop at Cal Poly Slow. You're like, well, shit, I'm out.
What was that? The signature thing, the Ozzie hop thing that he would do? Like
he did like a backflip sometimes going out the field. Ozzie Smith. There'll be another one. A class guy, nice guy. Some World Series teams in there, and man, Ozzie Smith.
You mentioned that he was the greatest shortstop of all time.
One of them. I always say one of them because it's hard to. It's always somebody always like, well, what about that? And I was like, he's one of them.
I was jokingly going to say there was a guy named Pee Wee Reese. He was a shortstop, or was he second baseman?
Pee Wee might have been. He was shortstop for sure, but I think he played some second. And then him and Jackie, I think he moved to short, and then Jackie Robinson played second.
Either way, Pee Wee Reese was an amazing player.
Amazing player and a good guy.
One of my favorites at that position, I would say.
Phil Rizzuto. I'm trying to think of great gloves. Omar Vizquel, just because the Mariners. He wasn't then when you're talking about the 2001 team, but Omar Vizquel was such a good glove. It was unreal.
For a while, Troy Tulowitzki was a pretty good.
Tulo was an offensive guy. I don't think he was terrible. Like dudes like Tulo and Jeter were so big they made those cool plays in the hole and the jump throws. And
Jeter, I felt like was overrated as a player.
The stats would tell you the same. That's what that.
But I mean, that's
Jeter
not
versus Adam Everett.
That's not an unpopular opinion by any means. There's a lot of people that say Jeter
he won
was
like
overrated.
6 Gold Gloves, but they said it's because where he positioned himself and they looked at where balls were hit and what he could get to, and it was actually they're like Adam Everett was statistically much more valuable on the field, but Jeter's great. I'm not going to shade Jeter.
Ray Ordonez was a defensive guy. I can't remember if he was second or third or shortstop for the Mets.
Yeah, Ozzie Guillen was great. People forget like he's a kind of a nutty manager, wild personality dude, but I remember him.
Who?
I think Ozzie Guillen might have been a gold glover for the White Sox for a number of years.
That was a guy that's the same Ozzie Guillen that went on to manage the White Sox, or is that a different?
Yeah, same guy. He was a good ball player. And Spike Owen was the University of Texas guy who went through the Expos and then ended up as the Mariners shortstop in the 80s. I remember him.
Seems like the Mariners have had all these really good players, but haven't done shit with them.
I don't know how good Spike Owen was, but I just remember him because he was number 1 and his name was Spike, and I was like, that's a cool name.
Number 1 on the field, number 1 in your heart.
Yeah. And we had Jim Presley at third base, man. He had a cannon for an arm, but so many throwing errors. It was a wild. I remember those. I remember the Mariners 80s years like yesterday. Wild.
I don't know a whole lot about 80s Mariners, to be honest with you.
But check yourself out some. If you're looking for a vacation, and California, I would never live there because of taxes.
It's expensive as fuck.
But god dang, that's a beautiful state. There's so much beautiful shit in that state. And that area, Cal Poly Slow, I want to say Pepperdine's fucking baseball fields like right on the coast. Like right on the coast. It's gorgeous.
Driven. Whatever.
Driving.
I driving through Virginia one time and it was really nice. I didn't stop, but I drove through it. I drove. You know, like I say all the time, English isn't my first language, so I struggle.
Virginia was one of those places. That whole East Coast was one of those places where fall blew my mind. The changing of the colors, that was amazing.
Yeah, like my wife, she graduated from New Hampshire, and like, dude, it just crazy. It's so nice up there.
Yeah. But Cal Poly, that's all my only segment is that's a cool looking stadium and a cool looking area. So I'll just leave it there. If you know some other cool ones you like or have been to, but
I've never been to a college baseball game.
Oh, we have.
Oh, UTSA, yeah. I can't remember half the shit I did yesterday, let alone months ago.
Well, I mean, Cal Bugelfuss kind of threw you off your hilter there.
Now I've never been.
That's a wise baseball scout, that man.
Yeah, he's nice to talk to, but I think he needs to like clean it up a little.
Well, he's a drunk. He's a sloppy drunk.
He's wild.
He's a wild man.
But you know what?
He's been scouting longer than I've been alive, so.
And that's just who he is, though, I guess.
Yeah, but that's it for Cal Poly Slope. Go to San Luis Obispo if you want a nice vacation. Your mind blown.
A college stadium that I've never watched a game at, but been to as far as I driven by it, is the Texas State Stadium.
Oh, no, we went to Texas State. No, what was that? I've been to Texas State once.
You actually went to the stadium?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's a nice area. San Marcos is a cool city.
They turf the field, though, so everybody's getting cancer on the sunny days.
Oh, is it black pellets? The black pellets that's in it, right?
Don't turf.
When in doubt, don't turf. Yeah, there was a video I watched about that, too, how those little black pellets can cause problems.
Tell you what.
Hey, at least it's not AstroTurf. It's not cement.
Goodness. You telling the truth right there.
Well.
Goodness.
I've been tackled a couple times on some AstroTurf, and let me tell you, it hurts.
Burns.
It hurts like a motherfucker.
Old turf burns before the good turf. Ooh-wee.
He said,
take some skin off.
That shit hurts. Well,
that's bad.
I guess we're
I don't know. You want to roll? We got any other ones we want to throw in there? No.
Not
I don't
that
know how
I
long
can
we've been
think
going
of.
for on that one.
Top of my head.
All right. Take a commercial break.
We'll come back and do the 2001 Seattle Mariners.
Talk some Mariners talk. Then I can throw some Rockies on top of that.
Is there a problem, Davey?
Well, Dad, there was only one dew left. Tommy said it was his, I said it was mine, and we began to fight, and it was wrong. We're sorry.
Boys, why don't you give me the Mountain Dew? Now let that be a lesson to you.
What just happened here? We got hosed, Tommy. We got hosed.
Oh, Davey.
The one thing I got to remember to do is turn on the music when we leave. When we outro. I said when we leave.
Outro music.
Got your Rangers hat there, right?
Love them Rangers. I'll talk some Rangers and Rockies on the back end of your Mariners.
So, I don't know why I thought about this for. I just wanted to talk about them because they're his historic team.
They were, and they were out in the first round of the playoffs too, right?
So here's the thing about them, the Swiggle. They are tied with the 1906 Cubs for the most wins in a single season, which is what, 116?
Tinkers to Everett a chance.
Yeah, so it went from 1906 all the way till 2001 to tie the record. However, technically, the Cubs have a better winning percentage because that season was shortened, so the Mariners played more games.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they are tied with the 1906 Cubs for the most wins ever, and I don't think that'll ever be broken again. I don't see it. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it could happen. I mean, you got teams that are so bad now. Then teams not trying to win. You could just roll. You could just put together a super team like the Dodgers, and then run up a bunch of other teams that aren't even trying to win, and just go buck wild. It could happen.
But see, so the 01 Mariners lost that year in the ALCS to the Yankees, which is a damn shame. This was my freshman year of high school. So.
Was that it? What was that? That was their playoffs, the ALCS. They got like the bye from the wild card, and then just got blown out.
They lost the series 4-1 to the Yankees.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. They just sucked.
But I just don't understand how that happened.
I totally understand how it happened because the postseason is so different from the regular season. And if you're just crushing people, I don't know if Brett Boone was on Juice or not, but that was Juice era. And I want to say Jose Canseco said something about having a conversation with Brett Boone at second base, and Boone gave him a look like, I don't know. But the numbers were insane. You had all these Hall of Famers on there.
Which is
Griffey,
crazy.
Buhner, Brett Boone. Pinella was the manager, right?
Yes, sir. Pinella.
We had Randy then. I don't know who our closer was. I'd like to look at that pitching staff. You got the roster up there?
Yeah, dude.
Besides Randy, who else we have over there?
All right, well, because I need to zoom in like an old person to see. We're going to zoom in. I didn't realize they had, what was that, Cameron Mabry? Is that who that was? They had Cameron Mabry. I will be damned.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. No, Mike Cameron. I'm sorry, Mike Cameron.
Yeah, Mike Cameron was awesome.
Mike Cameron, and they had Freddie Garcia.
Yeah, Freddie
Mark
Garcia.
McLemore, a little throwback to last week.
McLemore was on there. Who else?
All right, let's look. You just want to look at some position players first.
Yeah, let's do the whole entire. Like, who was that historic team?
Okay, so, I guess their main starting lineup at catcher was Dan Wilson.
Yeah, he was a good catcher. He didn't offensively, not there, but Dan Wilson, all this one knee catching shit and framing. Forget it, man. Just go talk to Dan Wilson. That guy should have a catching school somewhere. He was the best receiver I've seen in a long time. Everything looked like a strike with that guy. He was so good.
At first base, your guy, John Olerud.
Oh, fuck. We had Olerud that year?
According to Baseball
How
Reference.
many games does it say he played?
159.
159 games at first base. Olerud. What did he hit?
So his batting average was 302.
Fucking Olerud's the greatest.
And he had 21.
No wonder they won 116. Yeah, Dan Wilson.
And Olerud had 21 home runs that year.
Holy shit. Okay, keep going. This is awesome.
So at second base was the juicer himself, Brett Boone.
His numbers were insane. What were his numbers that year?
All right, let me go across. So the basic stats, I guess, 37 home runs.
That's a big park, too.
141 RBIs. Batting average was 331.
141 RBIs?
And he actually played a full, where's his games? 158 games. So he played the whole season pretty much.
That's so crazy.
Because it's 162 in a season?
Yeah.
All right, so at shortstop, Carlos Guillen.
Okay.
Yeah. Third base was David Bell. Left field was Al Martin. Center field was Mike Cameron. Obviously, at right field was Ichiro Suzuki.
Oh, we had Ichiro. So this is post Griffey Buhner.
Yeah, and then designated hitter was obviously Edgar Martinez.
Oh, we still had Edgar, though. Yeah. What Edgar hit that year?
What do you want to know? What stat?
Just like average RBIs, the big ones, the big classics.
So he played in where's his games? 132 games. His batting average was 306. He had 23 home runs and 116 RBIs.
116. How many doubles? Like 40 or something?
Oh, yeah. Exactly 40.
What was his age? He was like 37 probably.
Yeah, 38.
It's fucking crazy. He just got sweeter with age, that guy.
Well, he just had talent.
But if you look at the first half of his career, you'd be like, this guy's a pinch hitter or something. Edgar's early career stuff does not look like a Hall of Famer in the making.
Because that was such a sweet starting lineup. Like the...
Ichiro. That's awesome. That's good stuff. Who's on the pitching staff then?
All right. You want to... So, here's what's listed. Freddie Garcia.
Yep.
Aaron Selly.
Yep. Selly. He was on the Olympia. He was on the Team USA.
Paul Abbott.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in here because, I'm kind of slightly... Can't see. John Halama, right?
John who?
Halama? Halama?
Yeah, Halama. Yeah. Yeah.
And Jamie Moyer.
We had Moyer.
38 years old. What was his
Moyer's
prime.
record that year?
Where we at? Jamie Moyer? That's just his fucking hitting stats. Let's go down. Okay, here we go. Team pitching. Okay. So Jamie Moyer had a win-loss record, 20 wins, 6 losses.
He was a 20-game winner that year?
Yeah, his ERA was 3.43.
Fucking Moyer, man.
That was his prime.
Was he the ace? Was he our only 20-game winner, or would like Freddie win 20?
No, he won the most. Jamie Moyer won the most. The next in line was Freddie Garcia with 18.
Okay, 18-game winner, Freddie Garcia. He was good. I think he was the ace, technically.
So, yeah, your starting rotation was Freddie Garcia, Aaron Selly, if I'm saying that name right.
Yeah.
Jamie Moyer, Paul Abbott, and John Halama. Halama?
Yeah, I can't say it. Halama.
Oh, dude, I remember this guy. The reliever was Arthur Rhodes.
Oh, yeah.
And then your closer was, I can't even pronounce this name. Holy shit. Sasaki?
Oh, yeah. I think was he number 99?
It looks like 22, I think.
That was his positional number or his jersey number.
He was Rookie of the Year and 2-time All-Star.
I'll be damned. Well,
but I mean, this year he in 2001, how many saves did this dude have? Games started, games forced. Where's this?
Yeah. I don't know. I think probably that's the story because we didn't even have Randy then, right? Randy's gone.
No, yeah, Randy. He would have been with the Diamondbacks.
So that's your story there. You win 116 games because your offense is so insane.
Yeah.
And you're crushing people. And then you have to make that lineup and bullpen get through the playoffs and go to win the World Series. Like the pitch, I just don't. I mean, it's hard to say your pitching isn't there when you win 116 games, but I think there's a lot of 100-win teams. And then it's like the Rangers. We were so awesome. We lost to the Giants. You run into these teams that their numbers look like they're scraping by, but their arms are so sick. And those are good arms on a good year. But I don't know if your arm, all your pitch. I mean, pitching let them down in the postseason is what I remember. And your bats get turned off because now you're facing other great pitching in the postseason. But yeah, that's a fun trip down there on them freaking Mariners.
They should have won the whole fucking thing. I mean, granted, they got to the ALCS. It's not terrible, but
no, I mean it's a good season. But they're a cursed organization, in my personal opinion.
All right, so let's look at the playoff bracket from the AL that year.
Okay.
So the first round they played Cleveland and they barely got out of there. They won the series 3-2.
Oh, okay, that was the divisional.
Yeah,
ALDS.
division series, and then they lost obviously the ALCS to the Yankees.
Okay.
Oh, so that was year Randy Johnson was with the Arizona because Arizona won the World Series.
Oh, there you go.
That's crazy.
Well, that is crazy. Oh yeah, they beat the Yankees that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so
I remember that because that was my freshman year of high school, and there was this guy that I knew, and all of a sudden showed up in a Diamondbacks jersey. He was like, "That's my favorite team."
Was that Luis Gonzalez's 57 home run year too?
Probably
2001.
I'm pretty sure, but I'll take a gander right now.
Full steroid era.
Yeah, because like
just juice everywhere.
That was the guy that got the winning run too, or the winning hit, right?
Yeah.
Let me look at Arizona Diamondbacks. Yeah, fuck it. It should come up. There we go. Let's look at. You said Luis Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Was that his? Okay. Yeah, he had 57 home runs. That dude.
I honestly think, and here's what I also kind of remember this, but I think he could have hit 60. I don't know when Bonds and Sosa did it, but I believe Luis Gonzalez didn't even want to hit 60 because he didn't want the scrutiny. He's like, I could have hit probably 65 or 70, but I'm just gonna fucking start hitting doubles. I don't know how you do that, but I honestly feel like that's a thing. I had that thought.
I mean,
like,
he always
you don't want to break the record. Because then everybody's talking about juice, and he's like, nobody talks about juice with him. Dude hit 57 fucking homers when he used to hit 13 a year.
Every year they started going up. Like so, in 2004. Let's see, that was as he was older. But I'm trying to see like when he started climbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here's when he started climbing.
He's in Detroit. I mean, he was maybe a 20 homer a year guy.
So in '97, holy shit. Okay, where's it at? In '97 with Houston, he hit 10 home runs. The following year in Detroit, 23. Went to Arizona, 99, hit 26, then 31, and then 57. The magical year of 01.
It's craziness. It's craziness.
See, like, it was a glory, right? Like, oh, everybody's talking about home run hitters. Let me juice up. But, like, you were a good hitter before then. Just like Barry Bonds. He was a great hitter, and then he took steroids, and fuck him.
You know what's messed up? I heard an interview of a radio guy with Luis Gonzalez talking about steroids, and I don't know where I heard it. If I was like in Arizona, it was I don't know where. I believe the radio personality was messing with him.
Bro.
Like they thought he juiced too, but since he's never been caught, they're gonna like, oh, what do you think about these guys that got caught? And it's like, messing up the game. And so he was like prodding Luis Gonzalez to talk about how bad of a look it was to juice and it's not good. Like the guy was trying to pull all these quotes out of him. I think the radio personality, whoever it was doing it on purpose in his mind. Like maybe he'll get caught later and then we'll have all this audio of him talking like he never did anything wrong. Because it was like, yeah, I don't know. It's messed up. Some guys feel like they need it. Or it was crazy. I was like, dude, you had 57 homers. Like, I don't know. It was messed up. And he's a great ball player, and he made it to the show. He's a South Alabama Jaguar, and that's all good. There's numbers out there for certain players like Beltre and Luis Gonzalez where a season is such an aberration that in my mind I was like, I don't know. That's a pretty big jump. What was it, 31, 38, right? And then all the way out to 57? Yeah, it's a pretty big jump. It's a pretty big jumps in statistics there.
Like, dude, like, obviously people use steroids, but, like, when you overdo it, that's when it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Relax. You know, like, Barry Bonds was amazing with Pittsburgh and obviously with the Giants as well. But, like, he didn't need steroids. He was a fucking amazing hitter.
Yeah. And speaking, I don't know if you want to segue into, because that was awesome talking about the Rangers, but the Rockies and how they might be the greatest team ever. You want
According to the clock, we have like 10 minutes.
All right. This will only take a few minutes. Okay. So we're talking about steroids. And I can tell you right now, this moment, what is May 16th? Or what?
Today is the 16th.
May 16th.
Correct.
On planet Earth, as far as we know, the 2024 Colorado Rockies is the greatest baseball team to ever step on a field. The record doesn't show that, but they swept the Rangers, they swept the Padres, and they've won 7 in a row. And if you put together this dream team that I'm about to name off,
this is
Yogi Berra catching.
Okay.
Lou Gehrig at first.
Okay.
Jackie Robinson at second. You got Honus Wagner playing short.
Okay.
Mike Schmidt at third. Willie Mays in center.
So what he's saying is no ball's going to get over that dude's head.
You got Vladdy Guerrero in right.
Hell of an arm.
I don't know, great right fielders. And then you got let's see who we're going to put in left. Oh, I know. Full juice, full steroid, juice clear, and the what's the other one he had? The clear and the Bonds is in left.
Bonds is in
full
left.
Juice on the clear. He just rubbed clear all over his entire body. He took a bath in the clear before the game, and Jesus Christ is the pitcher. And he's taken over the body of.
You forgot the list of Yogi Berra catcher. Okay. I was like,
Yeah, Yogi Berra's catcher. Jesus Christ is pitching. He's taken over the body of Randy Johnson. That team right there lost to the Colorado Rockies last night, 9-2. Easily. Colorado's walked on the game. It looked like they were going to fucking make a jelly sandwich. That's how easy they beat that team.
Who'd they beat?
That team, that dream team I just described. They beat them 9-2.
9-2.
People are like, oh, that exhibition game didn't happen. I didn't see it on ESPN. No, it happened, and that's how good the Rockies are right now.
They were like going to bring in Dontrell Willis, but like, we don't want to tarnish your reputation. Just stay in the dugout.
Yeah, the Son of God was pitching in the body of Randy Johnson, and the Rockies rolled them. So I don't really know. Right now, that's where the Rockies are at. Are they going to be in the World Series? Yes.
Well,
yes.
Jake reminded me, or he told me that the A's actually have a really good closer.
They got great pitching, honestly. They got 4 or 5 guys whose numbers are jumping out.
If you look at their stats, are up there at the top. They just find ways to lose, just little by little.
So that's what's up with the Rockies. That's my Rocky segment. I don't know if you got any feeling about how they just rolled over the Son of God.
It was a close game until the 6th inning, and that's when they decided, you know what, we're not, because at first they wanted it competitive, they were taking it easy, but then the 6th inning came out, like, let's just fucking burn them out real quick.
Yeah.
9-2.
This is a dream team, and you still couldn't even sniff the Rockies. It was never close.
So on that dream team, did they have Houston Street as the closer?
Houston Street was a closer. Prime Houston Street.
Best fucking closer of all time.
Just came out of UT, full arm strength.
Because didn't the guy from the Padres have the most closes of all time?
Trevor Hoffman.
Yeah.
Yep. He was on the dream team.
But Houston Street's still the best closer of all time.
Love Houston Street.
I remember watching him at Texas when I was younger.
I remember him in the College World Series.
Yeah.
It was over. That dude came in.
Because I used to watch college baseball a lot, and I just haven't in so long as far as, like, all the time. I can still pay attention to it here and there, but...
Man, I'd love to go to the College World Series. That'd be fun.
Oh, dude, that'd be one of the best experiences I think you could have in baseball.
So cool going out to Omaha. And then I'll throw in my Rangers for people, Rangers fans out there fretting or worrying about the Rangers. Don't worry. We're already playing with house money. We won a World Series from the bowels of being Rangers fans and rooting for that team and wanting them to win. We got it. We got it made. Bochy won a World Series with San Francisco. kind of sucked the next year. Won another one, kind of sucked. We won 3. Yeah, you think you could have a dynasty. I don't know. We got some great players. We got some pitching. There's always stuff. Every season's different. I'm not worried. If we suck, we suck. If we're 500, we don't. It is what it is. Everything is gravy in Rangers land. We're not doing so hot right now, but I'm not going to be one of these dudes that's on the sideline going, oh, but we're going to get hot in arms. We're going to win it all in the dynasty. Like, that's what I think happened in Astros land. They started drinking tons of Kool-Aid that was laced, and they just were talking all fast like a meth head or something. Like, oh, we got Zeus, we got Altuve, and we got Jordan. We're the fucking dynasty. And they go fucking buck wild on being champions. No, that's not how Rangers fans do it. We're not buck wild on being champions.
A true fan of the team knows when your team is fucked for that year. Like the Rays, we're not going to find our Rays magic. It's not going to happen. You know,
maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I mean,
I don't see it.
Look at the Rockies. They're telling you what their story's not written.
You know what?
Unbeatable.
You know what I see the Rockies doing this year? They are going to pull a 2019 Washington Nationals season. Where the first half they're terrible, second half they turn around and win the World Series, right? 2019, was that the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I'm not really good at math, but if they've won 7 and if they keep winning and never lose, they will have a 100-game winning streak, which is what the algorithms tell me.
What is that? What is that theorem? Coming. That theorem, like
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, that is obviously at 7 wins or some shit.
Yeah. So if you're in Denver and you're toking hard on that Colorado weed and you're Rocky Mountain High and you're going up to Victor and getting altitude headaches and rolling around the Gold Bowl and hitting dingers or whatever you're doing out there in Colorado, don't worry. World Championship is coming home to you this year. That's my bit. Those are my bits, and then college baseball runaround pretty much.
Say we'll come back and do the outro and
do we need bumper music on the way out of that little Major League Madness?
You want to put some on? You want some music for the outro, or do you want some music when we come back for the outro?
Oh, we can do intro or out, whatever you think, buddy.
All right, we'll
You're
go ahead.
The greatest producer of all time.
We'll in this segment we'll come back with your college talk and the outro.
Okay.
And and this week we will get his I can't speak. Woodworking segment because I brought my other mic that.
Oh, okay.
So that way you know if you want to do a little touch up on it, but they need to see your workstation because I think it's quite nice. Amazing.
I worked hard on that thing.
I can tell.
Now I'm onto a drywall project.
So that's going to be our intro is your woodworking video.
Good to go. Thanks, bud.
But I can't seem to get over this fear. You say it's my head. If I want to, then I can. But if you like yourself, you'll never understand. Yeah, I got a problem. It's somewhere inside. And all I can do is wonder why.
They're saying it wrong.
Well, there's no R. There's like not an R in the beginning. Like, why do you say Favre when it's F-A-V? Why would you say Favre?
F-A-V-R-E, right?
Yeah.
Favre. There's no... F-A-R-V-E would be perfectly pronounced as Favre.
This segment, the outro, is brought to you by Favre Fabric Softener.
It would be perfectly pronounced F-A-R-V-E would be Favre.
So I got to remember to do outro music when we get done with when we're getting ready to close down the show. I got to remember to do that. I don't think we've used 5, right? So that'll be our outro. No, I don't know. I'm not good with remembering numbers, but I am remembering to. Because last week was hilarious. Like whenever we did Wade Boggs and I had the song on for the whole time.
That's awesome. I like our music. People probably don't mind it.
All right, Senor. This is our outro segment.
Okay.
It'll be one giant thing.
Okay.
So what did you want to get to? Your college baseball?
Oh, I mean, we could talk about the spelling of Brett Favre's last name, but there's not much going on. I really need to check in on Lubbock Christian because they won their conference, and we're in the NAIA, like small NAIA D3, like their conference stuff starts sooner than the D1, which is going to get going in a week or so. Your Texas State Bobcats are up against Southern Miss, and according to me, they're on the fringe of the Sun Belt tournament.
Yeah.
They're right on the fringe.
I think they're 10th place? 10th in the standings?
So, yeah, college stuff is wrapping up, and we're really a couple weeks away from Seguin River Monster shit going down. I'm sweating the setup because I haven't touched gear in a year, essentially. I was like...
I saw that media night's like the 28th of May, which is coming up.
It's coming up fast. Got to start testing this shit. I talked to Louis Solis the other day. He was saying maybe want to use the A10 Mini we have is the most basic one. There's one similar to that called the Pro. If I could find one of those on eBay, I might do that.
Yeah, those are...
But those college dudes check in late if you're on a playoff college team. So you get to the Texas League late. UTSA, according to me, looks pretty safely in the 2 seed for the American Athletic Conference. And talking to Dan Neerdahl, I pitched to him at the maybe it was the first baseball grievances attempted, which is impossible for me to do because of the freaking kids' bedtime. I still want to keep doing it because I like talking to those people. I like talking. I would have loved to talk to you and MILB Hot Billy all night watching games.
You're like the baseball guy, so I think more people are inclined to talk if you're in there.
Well, I don't know. It's fun talking to people.
But it was cool. Jake's cool.
It's just a nice dude, you know.
It was cool, like getting to talk to somebody outside baseball content. Like, it was really cool.
He's a musician, big time. He's so good. His band is fucking pro.
I was talking to him, and there was a video I saw of them playing live, and the one of the guys screamed. I was like, "Was that you?" It kind of like you. Like, yeah. I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. They are professional musicians. And when we talked and we did the interview that probably fucked up the sound as well in his interview, I got the feeling, and maybe he said as much, that the MILB Hat Billy and his band was just, they were on the verge, of mega. Like, you're so close. You got labels looking at you. You have the sound. You sound pro enough. And at that point, it just becomes luck. Does the label get you and push you, and then you're one top 40 hit in rotation, and now you're just like doing Austin City Limits and stuff.
The style of music they play is really it's a popular style within that like the punk, like it's a subgenre of punk, and it's really popular. It still is. So like I'm shocked that they're not like more well known. Maybe they are. I'm not aware of it.
I mean, they said some big numbers regionally, but maybe it still happens. Maybe that dude is selling out stadiums, but. Check out their it's like Pyro's the band, right?
Pyro, Ohio.
Yeah.
Pyro, Ohio.
Yeah. They're awesome. But Emma Habit, what a talented guy and everything he does, catching turkeys and then making greatest videos.
That's the answer to the quiz. He was out there doing turkey work.
That's the Lord's work.
Turkeys.
And he'll probably tell you the same thing. A wild turkey ain't nothing to mess with.
I wouldn't fuck with one.
Right, they're territorial. So that's kind of college baseball runaround. Other than check out Cal Poly's slow. I don't know what's going on. Conference tournament stuff's coming up, and UTSA is probably the 2 seed. Texas State might slide in there, and the other teams that slip into the top 20 and as far as D1 that were kind of interesting because it's always SEC teams and Coastal Carolina, all that shit. But you had Indiana State was kind of interesting. You don't see their name in the top 25 that often. That's where Larry Bird.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, Larry Bird and the guy who was the big social media.
Oh, the guy with the glasses, right?
He was the Cream Abdul-Jabbar. Big, kind of chubby, fleshy looking dude. But they sent him to the NIT, and he was awesome there. But they had a hoops year, and their baseball team's doing real good. So you don't hear much about Indiana State. They're ranked. The other team in there is Santa Barbara, not to be confused with Santa Cruz Banana Slugs.
Which I get the name confused.
Santa Barbara's the Gauchos. And we had River Monster from the Gauchos last year. I can't remember the roster, but he's cool. I talked to his dad, and he's a big power hitting first baseman. But the Gauchos are looking good. And their stadium's crazy. There's like a commuter train. Commuter train goes through left, and some guy hit one that hit the fucking commuter train. A couple years ago.
Right on top of it or something?
Yeah, you could see it on Twitter. I was like, oh, shit, it did. You could see it bounce off the train. So that's my college baseball. take. I mean, Texas State's basically going to win the College World Series if UTSA doesn't.
I hope we get into the conference tournament and we make a run and we impress them enough to like, hey, you know what? We'll put you in the playoffs.
Well, there will be scouts there like Cal, Bugelfuss, a lot of scouts come to the conference tournament.
Dude, he's probably going to be so hammered he's going to miss like half the people he went there to scout.
Well, he sees what he needs to see by the third inning, he says, so that's why he starts drinking.
Okay, he's got a good arm. He can hit. Okay, we're good.
Well, mainly, I guess and this is a rumor, he's just looking to see how you pull up in the parking lot.
Which is a weird fucking stat to look at.
It makes sense. It makes sense. If you look at most major leaguers and their cars and how they pull up to the parking lot, I think they all peel out. I don't know. I parked normally and I'm not in the majors, so there's something to it.
Maybe. I mean, if you can peel out in a bus, you can peel out anything.
Yeah, so but that'll be good. I'm not sure what else is going on in the baseball world. Japan, Taiwan's what's going on over there. Mexican League. Then you got the Venezuelan League. I don't know what's going on in the Cuban League or the Puerto Rican League.
There's a lot of leagues.
A lot of leagues out there. I did see something about Czech baseball. If you want to go to Czechoslovakia and play some baseball.
Oh, shit. Baseball is a popular sport. You don't realize it until you start looking up different leagues and players and stuff.
It's crazy. Speaking of spaces, so this was funny. Was it a spaces or was it I thought it had video. I thought I could see it was like a spaces with video. I swear to God, I saw spaces with video on Twitter, and it was two Czechoslovakia baseball dudes talking about Czechoslovakia baseball, and I just, how you could see he was like in the room. So I went in there and was like DMing him. I was like, this is awesome. I don't really understand what they're saying, but I was like, this is cool. And one of them in his Twitter bio had a link to, this is a random story going nowhere, a link to a Czechoslovakia, what am I talking about? Czech baseball. Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore. Czech baseball website, Czech Republic. So I clicked on that. I was like, holy fuck, this guy maintains this site. It was crazy. He had like stats for everybody who's been playing baseball in the Czech Republic. And so I started looking for weird stats, like who crushed the most homers. And I found this one dude who had this crazy ass season. And I was like, whoa, this guy fucking, and it was like nuts. It was like a homer a game, all this OPS slugging. And I found him. I was like, oh, this dude's from Australia. So how crazy is that you're an Australian baseball player? I don't know if it's professional. They pay him to play, but like, hey, you want to come play some summer baseball in Czech Republic? Ozzie goes, yeah.
Sign me up.
It's wild.
I'll be there.
Other than that, don't chop your fingers off woodworking.
Don't get hurt. Be safe. Yeah. Watch out for watch out for the people.
Who are the Rays playing coming up?
I don't know. To be honest with you, we just finished up a series. Let me pull out my phone.
As long as you don't play the Rockies, you might have a chance to win.
Because I've been filming the last couple of days. I've been doing other things. I totally forgot to pay attention to baseball. So yeah, because I was busy doing other things. Because I know the last series we played was the Red Sox. I don't know if we're still in that series. Oh, I guess we are. Yeah, we're still in that series. So today we play the Red Sox. That's the closer series, the closing game of the series.
Are you in Boston? Or are you at home?
I think. Well, then we play Blue Jays. Yeah, we're away, and then we play Blue Jays tomorrow. So.
I'll be in Boston in 9 days.
Oh shit!
8 days, and I'm thinking about bringing my skateboard.
I will not be in Boston in 8 days. 8 days? What date is that exactly?
My buddy's retirement is up there on the 25th, and I think I fly in on the 24th.
Oh shit! The 23rd. Yeah, that's when I graduate college. So that's what I'll be doing.
Happy graduation, Dutch Chattahoochee.
Huh?
I'll be there for that because I don't fly till the next day.
Yeah, I graduate. It's the service itself is from I think 10 to noon or something like that.
10 to noon, where? Downtown, right?
Yeah, I'll send you the info, so you know. I'm not sure how parking is and how it's going to cost, but the ceremony's 2 hours. I have to get there at 8 so I can get all my shit. And
get the cap and gown.
Yeah, I got that already. I got my little honors robe, my little honors blue gold ribbon thing that I got to wear.
That's nice. You were a good student. I was a bad student.
Someone was asking me about you the other day, like, whatever happened to Turnstile. I was like, oh, he had some kids and, couldn't really finish school.
I can't do anything.
Plus, it's kind of a long drive, too.
God, that was the worst fucking campus. The one campus I'd want to go to is the one downtown by San Pedro Park or the one over in Dignity Hill off of MLK.
Oh, yeah.
St. Philip's or something.
I like Vista. It's not that far. It's like 20 minutes from where I live.
Yeah, that's just the worst one for me.
It's a big campus.
It's fucking SeaWorld, man. That's the other side.
Yeah, it's far.
It's so fucking far. That was the worst.
Plus, during that time, during the afternoon, the traffic is shit, so...
Yeah, fucking, they should have done, because there's one over here on the I guess east side, like Universal City kind of.
Is it not Palo Alto, not Sac, St. Philip's, something?
Is it Palo? No, Palo Alto's way south.
Yeah.
Sac is right downtown by San Pedro Park, and then St. Philip's is downtown too, and then this one was like Westwood or something. Oh shit, I don't know.
Some school.
Anyway, remember to provoke your AI.
And
see what it'll do.
And to turn around, not drown.
Turn around, not drown.
That's the way I live my life.
When in doubt, shout it out and provoke your AI.
And yep, that's the
outro music. Got to roll it out.
Yeah, let me put that in. Cause
as we drop words of wisdom,
it's always hard to like time the outro. Like I don't want to put it in too early, right?
Pitch with an erection. Hit with an erection. When in doubt, shout it out. Peel out in every parking lot you ever park in. And go to community college. What other? Eat your vegetables.
Make sure you drink plenty of soda pop and energy drinks.
Soda, hydrate.
Energy drinks to get you through the day. When you eating macaroni and cheese, make sure you don't forget your pepper.
What are life rules?
Life rules.
Work for the Saudi king as a heart donator. It's good pay.
Drive sober or get pulled over.
That's right. And say no to drugs because your brain on drugs looks like a fried egg.
And lastly, not least, but last. How's that phrase go? Last but not least, or least not what?
Something like that. Last but not least.
Some bullshit. There's more, basically. Don't text and drive. It can wait.
That's right.
Until next time, we are out of here.